end of the month and you've ran out of money again. If that's you, you're not alone. In fact, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. What do you do if you're running out of money? What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dave and I'm here to walk alongside you on your financial wellness journey. In this video, let's talk through what you should do if you're running out of money, including what you should do if you can't pay your bills. Step number 1, keep your faith. In financial life, sometimes you need to make more money and sometimes you need to spend less. But in all times, you are in a season of financial life. So please, when you're in a difficult season, I think it's imperative that you keep the faith and remember that you're just in a season. This is not your whole financial life. So keep your faith and remember that this storm will pass. Keep your faith and don't make it bigger than it is. Step number 2, review your spending. This can be done just by checking your statements, whether it be your bank statements and or if you've got credit cards, checking your credit card statements. You're going to just want to do a deep dive into your spending from your previous month to make sure that you see where your money is coming in from and where it's going out to. Step number 3, create a budget. The best budget to use, in my opinion, as a financial coach is a zero-based budget for this situation. And that means that every dollar coming in and every dollar going out will have a name to it. You will be deciding what every single dollar does and does not do in terms of income and expenses coming in and going out. And when you're living paycheck to paycheck, that is the best way to make sure that everything is accounted for so that you can get on the other side of this stressful paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. Step 4, pay your bills in order of priority. No one, including me, can tell you what your priorities are. But for most clients, they're going to prioritize their family first, and then they're going to look at bills that are not related to their family life. So that list would look like this in order of priority: food, utilities, housing, transportation, minimum payments, and then after those items, which would be all the items that are related to family, you would look at other payments to things that would not necessarily fall into the family bucket. Now, if you've gone through these 4 steps and you're asking yourself, what should I do when I can't pay my bills? Here's the thing. If you're in that situation, this is rough. I'm not going to make light of that. This is a tough season of life, and I'll be the first one to tell you that. But I will also tell you this is a season and it's going to be okay. If you are unable to make payments and some of your bills do end up going into collections, there is still time for you to be able to make payments on bills that go into collections. I will say that. The other thing that I will say is that even if you end up unable to make payments on bills that go into collections, there are other alternatives. So for example, collections can be negotiated and settled, and they're typically settled at 20% of the stated value of the collection. And then even above and beyond that, collections are not permanently fatal to your financial life. There's an assumption out there that collections drag down people's financial life forever. They do not permanently drag down your financial life. So it is important to understand, again, this is just a season. So again, things are going to be okay. I want to make sure that you don't lose your faith in here. I'm here to tell you you're going to be okay. There are ways around this, even if things end up in a collection. Now, we want to avoid that, and we would love to keep everything on time by at least paying minimum payments. But if you're unable to do that, these next steps that we're going into can definitely help you to create a better situation to be able to pay more. Step number 5, find ways to reduce spending. So for the scope of this video, we won't dive specifically into each one of these, but I did want to list out some of the different ways that you can reduce your spending. I did want to come up with a good list that I think they can help you in this specific situation, whether you're going paycheck to paycheck or whether you're struggling to pay your bills. I know that some of these are going to be hard to hear, but remember, if you're going paycheck to paycheck, wouldn't it be so much better to be able to relax at the end of the month and maybe even stash away a little bit of extra cash to be able to do something fun at the end of the month? I've got 10 different examples here of ways that you can reduce your spending right now. Here we go. Eat at home. Shop with a list and use low-cost retailers. For example, Aldi might be an option. Cut subscriptions or cut bills. Switch to cash instead of using credit cards. Studies show on average that consumers spend up to 20% more using credit cards versus cash. So you can save money just by switching to cash. Consolidate debt. Shop cheaper housing. Save on utilities. Use coupons. Stop eating out. And limit online and retail purchases to needs, not wants. Step number 6, find ways to make extra money. We have talked a lot on this channel about side hustles to this point, but I do want to list out some of the top ways to earn side income and to make extra money that can be relevant to this step. So let's dive into them here. Take surveys, do consulting, or pick up a side hustle. I actually have listed out here 6 different side hustle options. So you could look at babysitting, house sitting, pet sitting, ride sharing, Amazon delivery, or even grocery shopping with Instacart. There's mystery shopping, product testing and research studies, junk hauling, resume writing, selling services on websites like Fiverr.com, creative services that you could sell like writing services or graphic design or web development, user testing, or even selling unwanted items that are just sitting around your home. Or some of the more traditional approaches might be get a raise, look for a promotion, do consulting on the side. Those options are going to be things that you could possibly look at either with your current employer or even using the skills that you already have right now. I know that some of these are going to be hard to hear, but remember, if you're going paycheck to paycheck, at different times it can be your income, and at other times it can be your expenses that are causing the challenges. Now, when you get into your budget, it will be an eye-opening experience for you, and you will see where the real challenges and where your opportunities are at. And I would challenge you to dive into them with an open mindset of where can I really dig in here and where can I really make improvements, instead of just wondering if you're going to be able to scrape by and wondering if you're going to miss payments and potentially hurt your credit score. Let's ditch all that for going in at the end of the month and being able to do something fun with our family, or being able to have a unique experience and doing something that we enjoy instead. Wouldn't that be so much better? So here's a pro tip. All these tips will help as long as you get all your spending and all your income into a budget and stay disciplined throughout this process. That is the key to this working, is sticking to the script. I have a question for you. What's currently keeping you locked into the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle? Comment below, and I'll be sure to follow up with what I think might be able to help you break the cycle. If you found value in today's video, be sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe for all the financial tips, tricks, and motivation to win in financial life. Until next time.